Yo, so what is good, everybody on YouTube? We are back today with a brand new video, and for today's video, we're going to be trying the hardest rebuild that I've ever done in NBA 2K in general. So we took all the worst players on every NBA team and brought them to the same team. Everyone on this squad is a 70 overall or under. And we're going to see if we can rebuild this team and try to win a championship. Of course, we're going to let it rock out year one, get whatever pick we get, and work on from there, guys. It's going to be a really hard one. I'm not going to lie, in all honesty. So we're going to see how it works out. We're going to try and, I guess, move the youngest guys into the starting rotation here. And before we hop into the season, boys, be sure to smash that like button, and if you are new, subscribe. It helps out the channel a lot. I really appreciate all the support you guys have been showing lately. It means the world. But here we go. As you can see, we have some guys like Zaire Smith. We have some guys like Romeo Langford. We have Thanasis Antetokounmpo. So we're going to rock out with this and see how it goes. Working with about 2.5 star system proficiency. So at the end of year one here, you can see we were terrible. 13 wins, still better than that 10-win Sixers team. But I'm actually surprised that we were better than that team, in all honesty. 13 wins on the season. Ignis putting up about 15 points per game. Brandon Knight just about 15 points per game as well. Justin Patton having a really good season. Thanasis Antetokounmpo putting up just about 11 a game. So we had a couple guys step up, and obviously somebody had to put up some numbers on this team. And those were the guys that did it. So in year one here, you got a Warriors versus Celtics matchup in the finals for anyone that's keeping track. And it is going to Game 7 where the Celtics end up taking it. And Jason Tatum secures himself a finals MVP. So here's where we get into the spicy stuff here. Wow, despite 13 wins, the lottery absolutely bodies us and gives us the 5th overall pick. But hey, we're going to work with what we have here. So let's see who we can get at this 5th overall pick. As you can imagine, we need just about anyone. If we can have one of the big three fall to us, it'd be great, but it's not looking that way as they all go 1, 2, and 3. RJ Hampton actually going number 4. And that leaves us at number 5 here. And I'm pretty sure you guys have a pretty good idea of who I'm going to take. I want the guy with the highest ceiling, and in my opinion, that's Denny Avila. So we're going to go ahead and pull the trigger on that, getting the small forward, obviously, coming from overseas. Fantastic potential in him. So we're going to see what we could do here. We're also going to get RJ Barrett in the offseason here, sign him, because we struck out on most of the big name free agents here. We were able to get Kyle Lowry on a 1-year deal as well. And I would say free agency didn't go necessarily how we were hoping it would. We tried to send offers at AD and all those guys, but everyone did not want to come here for obvious reasons. But this is what we're working with at the time being. KCP, Kyle Lowry, RJ Barrett, Kyle Kuzma, Boogie. See if Boogie can have a little comeback and actually be good. Because there's no injuries in this, of course. Kendrick Nunn. So we're going to see what we could do here, honestly. I might try and make another move or two to move some guys around. So let's see if we can maybe make this team a little bit better depth-wise. So we're going to start dishing out some of these first-round picks, of course, because we're not planning on being bad. This is like we're trying to turn it around as fast as possible. So it's either going to go really good or it's going to go really bad. And right there, we're going to make that move. Edmund Summer and a first-round pick is apparently enough to get us Mitchell Robinson off the Knicks. It's looking like we're the Knicks now. RJ Barrett and Mitchell Robinson now. And JaVale McGee in a first-round pick. It has some decent options here of who we can get with that. We can get Terry Rozier. But we're going to take Rui Hachimura, the power forward, obviously from the Wizards. Very good player and should be able to help us out a lot. This team is very, very young at the moment. So we were able to further improve this team, giving us a more solid rotation. The guys off the bench are honestly really good. But we're going to see what we can do here in year 2 of this. Hopefully we can have a big upgrade, working with a 3.5 star system proficiency. So let's check it out. So things are kind of not going the way we were hoping. 23 and 27 at around the halfway point in the season, and I came to the conclusion that we got to make some moves. I was looking at the stats of who's not really working out in this system and everything, and Rui Hachimura has not been doing it, and we need some more scoring, so I'm very tempted to take that Colin Sexton trade, and I'm looking through some of these other offers here, and there's some solid ones, but ultimately I'm going to pull the trigger here, I think, and get Colin Sexton. I know Colin Sexton is not the ideal point guard, but he's going to be coming off the bench at that 6-man role, as Kyle Lowry will be kind of our facilitator in our normal rotation, and he'll provide some great scoring off the bench that can probably spark a lot for this team. And with that, grabbing him, we no longer need Kendrick Nunn. So I'm going to go out and try and get a wing piece, and I saw one that I liked already. Otto Porter's not a bad one, and I like Robert Covington as well because of his defensive aspect. So we're going to pull the trigger and get Robert Covington as well. I think this will honestly help the team out a lot and potentially have us make a playoff push, and I'm really liking how this team is looking as of now, so let's check it out. So Giannis actually gets an MVP season with Miami, so that's something to keep an eye on. They get the #1 seed, but look at that. We actually go from a team that wasn't even a positive record to 45-37 at the end of the season, getting the 5th seed in the Eastern Conference, so I guess my moves there kind of helped us out a lot. Colin Sexton coming in as the #1 scorer on the team in the 6th-man position, putting up 22.1 points per game on the season. Wow, okay, that was a good pickup then. And then around 20 points per game as well for RJ Barrett. Mitchell Robinson not really doing exactly what I was hoping he would be doing on this team, so I want to keep my eye on that. Boogie's actually outscoring him, and overall looking like the better center for us. First round here, we got the Milwaukee Bucks, and we're going to see how this one works out. They're the 4 seed. We are the 5 seed. So hopefully we can knock them out and move on further into the playoffs here. And we find ourselves up 3-1, which is a good sign. But would you look at that? We blow a 3-1 lead to this Bucks team and get bounced. Oh, Mike, that's so disrespectful. With the freaking leading scorer being Cody Zeller, putting up 25 and 14 to get them the dub. That is one of the craziest things I've ever seen, and that is so disrespectful. But to move on, the finals here, you have this insane Heat team that added Giannis up against a Warriors team that has Ben Simmons now. Steph, Clay, Ben Simmons, Eric Pascal, Andrew Wiggins, and Al Horford off the bench, man. That's a scary, scary Warriors team, if I say the very least. But, of course, that's a very scary Heat team as well. So we're going to see how this plays out. The Heat end up taking it. Giannis getting MVP. Looking at some of these guys that declined their options. KD's one that I really like. Kyrie, not really interested in here. I'm going to try and throw the house at someone, man, because I feel like we need to bring in like a solidified star to this team if we want to win now. And that's going to be Kevin Durant. So we do end up getting KD, thankfully. Made that happen. Now, building around him is going to be hard. We still have RJ, we still have Denny, but to get some other pieces here with the money that we're working with is going to be a little bit difficult. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to try my best so we can see what we did. I was able to get Kyle Lowry back on a 1-year deal, obviously getting older and older at this point, but some of our bench pieces are really not what I would hope. So we're going to have to bundle together some first here because, of course, this is a win now thing. This is not a future thing, so I'm trying to get the assets now to win. Able to get Duncan Robinson here for Larry Nance and a first. I'm happy with that. I think Duncan Robinson will help with the scoring off the bench for sure. I would have liked to have kept Colin Sexton, but we had to make that move to get KD, of course. I was able to grab Miles Turner as well, a pretty good center, considering our starting center was Marc Gasol. And now, Marc Gasol's still good, don't get me wrong, but he's not going to have to play the big minutes he was once playing there. And last move here, we're going to go get Kendrick Nunn back. Obviously, a very solid bench point guard. So, we're working Kyle Lowry, RJ Barrett, Denny Avila, Kevin Durant, Miles Turner, Duncan Robinson off the bench, Kendrick Nunn off the bench, Marc Gasol off the bench, KCP, and James Ennis. Not too bad. And let's see how it works out. Yet again, Luka gets a triple-double season here, getting MVP. Pretty crazy. Luka is a beast. And let's see how we finished. Whoa. 39 wins. Not where I was hoping we were going to be at all, because we obviously just went out and got one of the best players in the NBA. KD putting up about 25 points per game. But this team that I constructed here just did not work out, man. And I was planning on trying to do a 3-year window for this, but that was too disrespectful of a finish, boys. So I'm going to go one more year on this and try to get us a chip here, because I can't go out on that note. Evan Mobley gets a championship there with the Spurs. I'm going to try and make some elite GM moves this year and get us a ring here, or at least a deep playoff run. So you see what we did in the offseason here. I was able to bring in Nikola Vucevic, and we still have some more moves to make here, so let me try and dish out some more. Bring in a couple more maybe bench pieces, but bringing in Vucevic itself was a big deal. We're going to do this, a first in Damian Lee to go get DeAndre Jordan, a great bench center, still at like a 79 overall. Bring Robert Covington back. That's my guy, as you can tell. And Kendrick Nunn, RJ Barrett, Denny Avila, Kevin Durant, DeAndre Jordan, Vucevic, Robert Covington, Greg Brown III, and Nerlens Noel and Glenn Robinson. Not bad. Not bad at all. So let's see what type of damage we can do here, and if I can solidify some type of respect back to my name on this rebuild. Luka Doncic gets another MVP season here. And check that out. Denny Avila actually getting an All-NBA second team. Looking at the standings, #1 seed in the Eastern Conference, baby. I took this from no playoffs there to a freaking #1 seed in 1 year. Thankfully. This team is looking pretty solid. We have some better depth than we've had in years previous. And we're just going to have to roll with it and see what happens. Working with about a 4-star system proficiency. But this first round matchup is one I do not like. Up against CP3, Jimmy Butler, Giannis, and Bam Adebayo. That can't be a harder 8 seed to have ever faced in history, man. But we're going to see what we could do here. We find ourselves down 3-1. And, man, we get bounced in 5. I take us to the #1 seed just to get bounced in the first round by a God Squad 8 seed there, man. Tragic, 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 boys. So, I think this is like the first rebuilding challenge I've actually failed on this channel, boys. And you gotta take your W's and your L's. I tried to do something that was really hard, and it didn't work out. But it is what it is. I hope you guys enjoyed the video nevertheless. Let me know what you guys want me to do next down in the comment section below. It's been your boy Bean. Peace out. By the way, if you watched all the way through, comment GOAT, G-O-A-T in all capitals so I can show you some love in the comment section below. Peace.